This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so 50 Cent Final Lap Tour. Just in 20 shows, they did I think it was $24 million, right? So they're getting a little over $1 million a show. But, that's not like for 50 Cent. You still got to calculate. You got to calculate Live Nation, travel. These guys are flying on jets. They're staying in the nicest hotels. Tony Yayo got to get paid. Uncle Murder got to get paid. DJs got to get paid. Security got to get paid. There's a lot going on. Transportation, security at the hotel. There's so much money being spent. So you figure, you bring in $1.2 million in a show like that. 50 Cent's probably walking away with maybe $500,000 or maybe 400,000, and then he splits that. Then he handles his business from that. Probably the DJ and paying Uncle Murder and Tony Yayo. So yeah, it was probably something like that. But still, come on, it's amazing. I would assume he's pulling in like 30 to 40% from total each show, which makes sense because it costs a lot of money to put on a show the right way, where everybody's safe. This is a rapper from 8 Mile. I'm not familiar with him. Rapper Super MC. I think I've heard of him before, but I'm not familiar. But he brutally stabbed his wife. After, two identified as husband and wife on respective Facebook accounts. The rapper, whose real name Jimmy Brown, stabbed Mays repeatedly with a knife at their home in Detroit on January 7th before fleeing the scene. Then he turned himself in. I wonder how this got to this point. Kelly was a fierce advocate of mental health and victims of domestic violence. She was also a world-class speaker and poet. Okay, well, that's her. Let's see. Oh, she was pretty too. I'm not saying it would matter if she wasn't pretty. I'm just saying. Oh, man. People can drive each other crazy, man. I've realized that, watching a lot of these crime shows and stuff, it's it's better to, minimize the amount of people you can have beef with in your life, But that was his wife right there. Condolences. I do wonder. They must have had a rough. They must have just hated each other at one point. And it happens. And it's not as easy to leave as you think. When you're married, you're kind of stuck. I was watching off topic. I was watching a documentary on some homeless people before, and how people become homeless, and a lot of people said because of divorce, it just ruined them financially. Benny the Butcher, so he drops Vlad's name in a freestyle. I'm gonna tell you, man, about Benny the Butcher. He's a good rapper, right? And he stands out more so nowadays because we have very limited good rappers that can actually rap. But he's not the best thing that ever touched the mic. And I think someone's got to tell him yo, bro, you're good, but you're not the best ever, bro. I'm getting tired of people saying Kendrick's not even the best ever to me. Cole's really good, but you're never going to get away from a Nas, people like Nas, just that caliber. And there's other artists that are of that caliber now, but Drake's good, he's not the best, but he's up there, he's talented. But Benny the Butcher keeps recycling the same content, and for some reason it didn't get old with Jadakiss, and it didn't get old with the Locks, and it didn't get old with Fab, it didn't get old with even Jay-Z, but it's getting old with Benny the Butcher. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing that. And he keeps hyping this album up. And the only reason I'm critical, I'm only critical of people that speak so much. He talks like Meek Mill, nonstop. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, you're good. I enjoy a lot of Benny the Butcher songs. A lot of them, okay? I enjoy a lot of Freddie Gibbs songs, too. It's just they talk too much. Freddie Gibbs talks too much, too. Blah, blah, blah. About nothing. Free Blueface. So Blueface is officially arrested. Whack 100 put that up. Now they're releasing an EP, and they also release merch. So, and be a young boy. This guy wants to go back to jail. He's threatening Charlemagne, talking about pull the chopper out, da-da-da-da-da-da. Bro, you're still got to go to court. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Taraji Henson, what's happening with her is sad. People don't understand what's really happening, okay? So, basically, these industries are shrinking. It's happening in the music industry. That's why I stopped doing music videos a long time ago. It started to shrink, you know? People start not respecting your craft, and it's not treated as something special anymore. And, you know, what's probably happening with her is what happens with a lot of industries, you know? They're fine-tuning everything, so you're not treated right anymore. And of her caliber, she deserves a trailer. She deserves certain basics. And she's not getting it, and she's crying because she's debating quitting the thing she loves. I shed a tear when I felt like I had to step away from music videos because it wasn't fun anymore. And I really loved it. I loved it. You know, I was passionate about it. It was so much fun taking music that I love and grew up on and turning it into adding my own art to it. I loved it. And I loved the hustle of it. I love being good at it and quick at it. And that's what Taraji Henson, she loves her job. She's good at it. But it's forcing her to want to quit because it's not fun anymore. You're not being treated the same. People are diminishing your talent. It's being cheapened. It's cheaper, you know. People will work for cheaper now because the movies don't make as much money. So she makes a cheaper rate. And, you know, she's debating quitting. That's why she's emotional. People are wondering if she's okay. She's not. It's like breaking up with something that you love, you know. Gille goes off on the Young Thug Day One that's snitching on him right now in court. I mean, that is a form of, you're just taking the stand on him, you know. Gille also is varying. I mean, I don't blame him. They're putting him in a box of just black podcaster when really he's a podcaster. I know he doesn't want to be called a podcaster either, but you are a podcaster. You just happen to do more than podcasting, you know? And there's nothing wrong with it. You guys are doing great at it.
Real quick, because I woke up and I jumped on the gram, and the first thing that came by said the top black podcast of 2023, and it had us on there. And I'm like, this black on black crime. I never seen the top white podcast of 2023, I never seen that pop up because they could just live in their own space. They ain't in no competition with each other. Everybody could do what they do, live in their own space and get their money. But niggas, it always got to be a competition with niggas. That's what it got to be. I'm not in competition with none of y'all. Me and Wallow was in competition with ourselves to be the best fucking version of ourselves. We ain't in competition with none of y'all because when we look at our bank account say we won. So salute to everybody, but we not doing this black on black crime shit. And first of all, we not no fucking podcast. Let's get that right. We one of the biggest media outlets in the fucking world. Do y'all know another podcast that do Gille Fest?
Now, he's right. People try to put people in boxes. That's why they, you know, make you check your color and race and everything. They try to put us all in boxes. And then also, when they put us in these boxes, they try to put all the boxes and make them fight against each other. You know, if you put red ants and black ants in a jar, I saw this online earlier, actually, and they won't mess with each other, right? Like, but if the person takes the jar and shakes the jar, they start killing each other. The agitator. There's always an agitator. You know. No, they're a great podcast, period. I don't look at them as... I categorize them, and one of the ones I listen to Joe Rogan, them, There's these other ones I have. I forget the names of them and the people on them. They're just funny. I like to laugh. I like to get information. I don't really listen to Joe Budden's anymore. You know, I like Vlad does really great interviews. You know, they're all different kinds of people. So I watch those often. I'm subscribed to that because it's just, I think that stuff is really good. The summer, that was the guy Sam the Bull. He does good interviews. He has good conversations that I can just listen to. Let's see. Then we got Nicki Minaj drops Press Play featuring Future. It's, you know, on par with her album. You know, and then we got Todd and Julie Christie awarded $1 million after Georgia investigator aggressively targeted their family during a fraud probe. I mean, they were like harassing their kids, their older kids. It was a little crazy. They got federal charges. They beat their local charges in Georgia, but federally, they're still in jail. They got a little bit of money back though, but you know, the feds are going to take that. Anyways. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll check you guys in the next one.